Ladies and gentlemen, the time we have been waiting for is here. Acha nitoe hii ndio watu wakuone. Hebu tuweke hapa. Watakuona bado. The time we've been waiting for is here. She is finally here and okay, nilikuwa nasema earlier nilikuwa nakazahaga. Sikuwa sure ata show up. As in nilikuwa nasema Saisa, you're going to do me like this? You're going to do me like this? But she's here in the building. Hi, Saisa.
Hi, Njukia.
How are you doing?
I'm good. Nice to be here. No need kukazahaga. Siwezi kosa kutokea. Nah. It will be such a shame.
It's been a busy day.
Yeah, it's been a busy day.
Tell us what your day's been like today.
Okay, my day's been good. I woke up, thank God, to see another day. Alafu tena nilikuwa na shoot. My first shoot as an artist, actually. Wow. Yeah, it was intense, it was crazy, but yeah, it was actually so dope. So, as you're all aware, Nime drop a track in Itwa Sheriff. That's not out on all DSPs.
Ko YouTube peke yake.
It's only, yeah, I decided to drop it exclusively on YouTube first.
Okay.
In collaboration with Drill Digest.
Yes.
They have a project in Itwa Bazkwa Street.
Yes.
So I was like, you know what, let me first drop it exclusively, see wagwan. So nilikuwa nafanya pia photoshoot ya artwork, you know.
So yeah. See tujui mambo ya shoot inakuangaje?
Wow.
Shoot inakuangaje?
Shoot inakuanga crazy. Let me tell you, as a person who's been like behind the scenes, who's worked like with other artists, like now being forefront to experience your kitu, like it was crazy, like it was intense.
Ni kama kazi?
Ni kazi, like ni job. Do you know, like bro, respect to all the models, respect to everyone, but they kupose si raisi. But I loved it, like okay. I'm pushing my limits. So
buzz inaitwa Bazkwa Streets, correct?
Yeah, Bazkwa Streets.
The first one I saw was Kahush.
Yeah, okay. I thought that was not the first one.
So nigani walianzaje?
So alikuwa na ciphers. So
nakumbuka drill the ciphers.
Cipher 1 na 2. So after that he decided, okay, in a bit maybe limiting, let me start something also and inaweza involve like more artists. So akaona ka umecheki kuna kitu fulani inaitangwa on the block.
Yes.
Ya maju.
Yeah.
So he tried to like, you know,
Juana ulikuwa kwa street. Ulikuwa na kicheki uko tao.
So ilikuwa crazy. So akaniambia amesikia hiyo ngoma Sheriff. He had listened to it before. Shout out to Odds by the.
Shout out Odds.
Yeah. So
and Drill Digest as well.
Yeah. He's the brain behind Drill Digest.
Yeah, and he does a lot of stuff behind the scenes in terms of production, in terms of like putting stuff together.
Yeah. And he's so amazing. So akaniambia manzi ingoma yako. Mina die. I was like, you know what? Let's do it. So nikamwambia I'll drop it exclusively on YouTube and then sasa to drop DSPs later on.
So I guess for me the most confusing thing was nimeshinda nikikujua. Alafu all of a sudden ngoma. As in nilikuwa so confused because I never expected it. Like nilikuwa nimekuzoea tunajuana niaje lakini I never saw it coming. I never even thought of, maybe like, so I feel like ulikuwa umekalia talent sana. How? Like the fact that ulikuwa na hiyo talent yote ndani yako, alafu umekalia na umenyamazia. Kwanza the beef yangu na ulikuwa umenyamazia hiyo talent. Yani uko around people, lakini usemi ni mimi ni nini?
In my defense though.
Ulikuwa chuo. Labda useme ulikuwa chuo, lakini ni nini?
In my defense, I'd say honestly hata mimi ungeniambia ningekuwa hapa sai I'd say like ningekwambia bro you're messing with me, to be honest. Like maybe it rub off on me, it was there.
Yeah.
Like say ndio na come na realize it was there, but I had to like work with different people, especially in this space, you know, for me to like come and realize it. Because naweza sema vitu zingine zimerub off on me because so many people are like Saisa is your first track ever. I'm like, yeah, that's my first track.
Like that's the first time uliingia studio kafanya ngoma.
And big shout out to Nafsi, my co-host. Nafsi Huru and another guy called G Hunter. So wawili ndio walikuwa wananiambia bro, unajua wewe unakwanga wewe ni mnoma. I'm like bro, mbona mna mess in my head? Because most of the times maybe ningechill na big shout out to Buti, like you know ADF gang, tukiwa tu tumetulia, unasikia si wana freestyle, I'd throw like 6 bars 8 bars and then chill. Was like okay so, but you know like once maybe me was on this other side, so maybe so many people maybe wouldn't take it seriously or wouldn't even notice it was something that I do. But mseka nafsi, mseka jihanta ndio walini push, because sa wao ni wase hata maybe hawako wananijua from that angle. Tulijuana kwa like
juu ya radio, mlijuana in a different walikuwa in a different light pia.
Story ya theater usanii nini. So it's like okay, twende studio.
Na ilikuwa story ya chocha ama ilikuwa tu it was a serious thing?
Walikuwa wananiambia bro wewe ni mnoma.
So ngoma ilikuwa umeandika ama ulikuwa?
Sikuwa nimeandika. So they're like shout out to Akish Pro, the producer.
Okay.
So he was like twende studio. Na hiyo studio yake ilikuwa Gedho, alikuwa anastay Gedho in time 44. So I was like twendeni.
Unaenda kufanya nini studio?
Well, tumeenda kudungoma, nimeambiwa mimi ni mnoma. So let's go twende. Akish nikamwambia nataka beat. Akanicheza beat. I was like, have you listened to Young Dolph? Akaniambia nikamcheza ngoma fulani inaitwa Penguins yake na Kiglock. After that he was like okay sawa nimeget. He starts cooking nini. So akianza tumeanza kuandika, because I was like nile nimezoea, like nimekuwa around creatives and it's something that
you wrote yourself
like that time like I was nilikuwa zile za naandika alafu cause kama kuna some dopers songwriters nimemeet it's Nafsi and Jihanta.
Okay.
Big
na no sewa hip hop like, yani I was saying hip hop.
Shout out to Nafsi, unaona zile times za Rhyme Gym hip hop cup bro, that's
ni OG sana kwanza hip hop game
like namwitanga veteran you know. So like from then on like hapo ndio nilikuwa zile za kamseka huyu ana believe in me. So went to the studio na nakumbuka tulikuwa na a small altercation na makanga like wa mati yo time. Ndo maana vastu nasikianga nimeanza nimedondoka mat donda uti aji na nika ako maji, because that's
you ndio ilikuwa
happen. So tumeingia tumetulia kiasi, tumeandika verse 1. So nikiandika hivi wananiambia what if you do it like this? Like hawataki kuchange Kenya nasema, but they're like just say it in a way, because I was like I don't want to sound like you, like because wase wanasikianga aibu kusema nilikuwa na umse akinisaidia kuandika, of which it's not something that guys should be ashamed of. Like you should, because a creative process you can do it all alone.
That's true,
you know, and especially when you're around great minds and you're working on something great, like bro,
I feel like a reason that sometimes happens because a lot of females wanasemanga udem ameandikiwa and I don't think it takes away from your talent to work with other people. Kanye West does it and everybody loves Kanye West's work, but it's like if you do it ati Femi Wana aliandikiwa ama siju Diana aliandikiwa inaleta ngori.
Like sawa ndio wanaifanya inakaa so bad, like bro it's not.
Even Big used to write for Lil Kim, so what's wrong with getting help?
You know, like especially if it's something that's even going to take you to the next step, take you to the next level, bro, give credit to the person and feel ashamed, because at some point like you can't do all this alone.
Of course, there's nothing you can do on your own.
So like big shout out to them. So after tuka come up near hook and then tuka do the verse, bro, it was a whole song.
So ukimadeyo ngoma ukisikiza, so ujai record ngoma before, of course, ndio?
That's the first
so
time.
Ukijisikiza unasikia, what do you think? Because the first time people hit their own voice, so now you hear yourself for the first time, what do you think?
It was so weird. Let me tell you, I was like, why, like just shut that thing off.
Saisa.
Yeah. So I was like, after a while I'm like, bro, this is a bop.
Yeah.
But imagine ilini take a whole year, because I dropped that track, nearly dropped Saisa on the 2nd of December. That's when I decided to drop it, because I was like, oh my god, what are guys gonna do?
So what were you thinking this whole time?
This whole time I'm like, I'm working with artists. What are guys gonna think about me, who's now starting to become an artist now? I've been in spaces where like there's dope ass guys, so I'm like, I'm ready, like ando wasina kuja tena kumit kwa hii space. Unajua na nilikuwa jua kutakuwa na mixed feelings, kuna si hawataitake vizuri, kuna wasi wataitake vizuri, kuna watu unajua, so there's a lot.
So in this period where ulikuwa unacheza akina nani ngoma besides akina Nafsi, of course wanaisikia, ulikuwa unacheza akina nani?
Kuna wase kadhaa nilikuwa nimetumia wananiambia hii ngoma ni kali, uta drop lini? I'm like I'm still thinking about it. So I was like, you know what, like I sat down nikafikiria, I'm like there's so many opportunities, especially as a female artist, you know, especially maybe in the hip hop scene, the rap scene, like there's a lot of opportunities that guys really miss out on. And the fact that I've been in this space, nika realize kuna hizi loopholes, and I realized, okay, maybe I can do this and fill in these gaps, so why not? So nikasema, let me first drop this track. And bro, imagine na drop track yangu ya kwanza na nafanya launch yeah, my first ever single. As in, how crazy is that? Guys do launches for their
albums, mixtapes, nini, yeah.
Bro, mimi single yangu ya kwanza yani nilikuwa nimejiaminia hiyo design. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this thing.
I think the craziest thing for, I guess, you becoming an artist was tulikuwa tumekuzoea. So I guess like everybody knew who you are, everybody like, but they didn't see you as an artist. So I guess, how did you now start putting yourself out as an artist? Because that's, you have to change, like vile tunakuzoea is not the same way now, like when msanii sasa.
Yeah, and you get
because like me, you got me my first Boutros interview. Me, I knew Saisa is the plug. Kule ADF hakuna njia nyingine ningepatana na kina Msao. Hiyo ni dream, unajua. So like now you're an artist, now people have to get used to it. Like, was that different?
It was different because, you know, like that was the things I was also looking at. I was also thinking about when, before I even dropped that Saisa track, like, wait, imagine nime recordio ngoma March, I dropped December. Kina Nafsi wanashinanga, hey, dropping ngoma, but I'm like, bro, wasi hata wanijui kama msanii, kuna wasi hata wananika ni jokes, kuna wasi hata wanadui kitu for fun. But I want to do this thing like for real. So nikasema, you know what, like all this is gonna be noise. But as long as I make my first move towards this thing, it's gonna work out.
So as I got to know you, I got to understand how smart you are. Like, you're very smart. Like, you have this pretty face where someone's like, udem I do shit. Hey, udem ni normal. Like, you're so intelligent. And then, yeah, I'm doing my master. Hey, I'm like, a conversation with you will make someone realize, wow, she's so intelligent. Like, but like, on the surface, you look like Barbie doll. Hi. Like, even, we never really had deep conversations. Like, it was just in passing. So I never even got to know how smart you are. But then I spoke to you a couple times, like, hey, you have your head on your shoulders. Like, I was like, hey, how do you figure this out? You were even putting me onto stuff I didn't know.
Yeah.
So it's like, why do you hide your smartness? Because people don't know how smart you are.
Okay, you know, I don't have to show it. You know, I don't have to show it. Like, sitaki kusema, acha ikam tu ijionyeshe. Because acha nikwambie kwa hii space, especially being a shori kwanza, si wase wengi kwanza watakutake seriously. Unaona, because hata si wase wengi wanajua ati, nimeshafanya undergrad yangu, ninafanya master. Like, I don't really like put it out there for guys to know, like, acha ujue saa zile tumedeal na wewe tumebonga. Because at times, like, you have to act dumb. Because
you know, literally, you were just sitting in the room watching all of this shit happen, and then boom. As in, how do you, like, you know how patient you must have been? Because for me, I'm like, no way. Like, this chick has gone and done undergrad. She's over here scheming. She's in radio. She's in school. She's doing her own, like, that's not normal. Like, that's why, like, you're not regular.
Yeah, and I'll say I thank God for that, to be honest. And najua ime take time, because hata mimi kuingia kwa hii space ya music, when I started it, I just did it for fun. Back when I was in this doing my undergrad, nilikuwa tu, you know, nilikuwa naambiwa say, the moment nili realize niko na impact, ilikuwa ile time, kuna joint flani ilikuwa inaitwa Pine Breeze, Mr. Athi River, Mavoko. Kwa hivyo, so tulikuwa zile za, this the only spot ya sherehe. So from Wednesdays till like Sundays wase wanangoja indio base tunaenda. I'm like, okay. Tukashikana, a couple of my friends were DJs, semoja anaweza handle logistics, mwingine branding nini to link up na wase tuende tumwambie tukaget hata 10% ya sales to each and every day. That's
na wewe ni sherehe lakini unafanya biz at the same time.
But you say hata siku ati na dai ku make dough ama nini. I was just like, you know what, let's do this. So tunapanga sherehe, tunapanga lineup nini. So hata how it came to be like sasa nikalink na kina Butros, nikalink na hata wakadinali. Hiyo time nile kuna beshte yangu alikuwa Abu, so tulikuwa tunajua kuna mangoma za sharp. Kuna wakadinali, kuna nani. So tukaintroduce 2 segments. So nikamwambia tuanze tu na 15 minutes. Unacheza a few songs sharp, wakadinali, tuende tukiona nani tuna win over. Hivyo tu bro, we created like a culture. Tukakuwa na crowd yetu bro, tukeka sharp night. The first one ilikuwa 2018. Na nini ndio alikuwa like ilikuwa itemia Tergat gang.
Yes,
So,
akina Barak na Butros.
Barak alikuwa headline, love sana leta sharp gang. Sasa hiyo time ADF nini walikam. Nakumbuka kuna time kulikuwa na ngori ile, kulikuwa na fight nyingine serious.
Fight ilikuwa juu nini sasa?
Ilikuwa sawa wase wa Mavoko, kuna wase walikuwa wajita walikuwa
akina Kituril.
Kenya Kituril sasa kuna Johnson Plana anaitwa Rafi Mas. So walikuwa ilikuwa
Joao ndio wanajua walikuwa wanachochanga huko
kina Jovi kina Green nini bro, vita ilitokea. But then sasa kuna ngoma fulani utasikianga Dopamine na Meroga anasema ilibidi hadi tumeseti to fixing ngori like sasa to we get back on like good books. Sawa, because at the end of the night everyone performed and it was crazy. So ndio time mara kwanza nilimitata na ADF. But at that time at that time was like a fun, was just a fun, hata siku atile. So huyu Abu nilikuwa namwambia manze nikaweza link up na wase ujui kenyeneza wafanya. So 2019 fast forward, wakadinali kuna time walikam Athi River. So gig hata hako anajua ni mimi tulikuwa tunapanga gigs. So kina Rafi Masame kama wanataka cause we're the ones who are running entertainment. He's like, we want to do this thing. Okay, so let's make it happen. Wakadinali wamekama wameperform nini Rongrende, and that's like how I got into the space.
So I'm curious, for you, you're listening to Shrap at the time, you're listening to Wakadinali at the time. I guess, how did you fall in love with Kenyan music? What will you discover? Me, I remember the SoundCloud eras. There's different eras, but like for you, when do you remember like, hizi mangoma za Kenya ni kali? Because there's the appreciation is growing, but it's taken time. Like me, I remember like Akina Dopamine from a long time ago. Like the music was so different even. But like I guess when did you start falling in love with this Kenyan music? Because one thing you do really well is show love and you push the culture. Like whether it's on your socials, whether it's on your show, like you really rep the culture. And you show so much love. And I feel like you putting out all that love is why people show you so much love, because you've never shown hate. Like you're not in this clique, you're not in this clique. You're always just showing love, always showing love.
Exactly. And I feel like even as me being an artist now, that's gonna like illuminate it a project hiyo kitu yote. And I feel like even me being in this space inanisaidia ku experience all this as a whole sasa, even aside from being like behind the scenes and being a part of it, itanisaidia hata ku elevate his space, because sasa nishajua loopholes ziko wapi.
Umefanya events, as in unaweza connect the dots vizuri sana.
So hata ni ile niko zile za the moment nili decide hata kukuwa serious ati now I'm gonna do this thing. I was like, the first time I got booked for a show outside Nairobi.
Ile show ya Costa ama ni show gani?
Ili kwingine ya Machakos around April. So I'm like, nimeitwa na ninalipa. Bro,
na unaanza, na umeanza, imagine.
I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this thing. I'm gonna do this thing. So the next time, like June was a crazy month for me, like I was on a roll. Yeah,
you were in Naivasha, you went Coast, you went so many different places.
Like you get open mic.
Hadi uko na manager. Saisa kona manager. What? That shit is wild. But I was asking you, how did you fall in love with this Kenyan music thing?
How I fell in love is nilifeel kuna gap.
Like unafeel kuna gap aje?
Nilifeel kuna gap because now me I will chill, like me napenda music. I love art. So ningetulia maybe na huyo beshtangu anaitwa Abu. Like we just look na mwambia Abu umepata ngoma gani mpya sahi? Umepata ngoma gani mpya sahi? Sunday your time maybe kina Tunji your time attack hizo maenzi. So I was like, okay, there's a lot of new sounds coming up and a lot of dope ass guys, like I have to be on the lookout. Ndio time saa Juvijova ametokea. You know, ndio saa kiasi you know,
Tana hobby into a job.
Tana hobby to a job kina K Green hapo hivyo ndio like wana kill it wana mashika.
Actually we miss K Green, bro. That nigga was crazy.
I know man. So at that point I'm like, there's so much to be showcased and the best I can do is have this friend of mine, tuko na hii platform yenye tunaweza anza hivi. So I started that small, and I didn't know, like, mi nilikuwa naulizwa because kuna most guys wananijua ka Saisa, kuna watu wananijua ka Su, especially guys
watu wa M-Pesa
back in campo with me. So walikuwa zileza leo tunashuka. I'm like na nikisema hivyo, like, wase wanashuka. So I was like, okay, so this can actually be a thing I can be doing.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm moving with it. Hivyo tu ndio sasa, I'd say, because I felt like guys are not really appreciating what Kenyan creatives are doing for them. Like, guys wanatoa so much amazing stuff na hawaja tapping, hata hawajaanza. Unaget? So ilikuwa too crazy. I was like, you know what, let me do this thing, not even because of the money, not even because of, just because of I love it, and I feel like I can elevate this thing to another level.
So what did you do in undergrad? You said you went to Daystar. What did you do?
Yeah, electronic media, so broadcast.
Why did you choose to do that? Like, what was your thinking? Ama ukimada high school uko napanga nini?
Nilikuwa najua, because funny story, unajua kulikuwa na hizi test fulani zenye za personality.
You should be an electrician, you should be
So I remember after high school, my dad took me for one, and my bro your time sijali kwa class tukaenda tukafanya. So results zangu zinakaa, nasema music, art, nini. But at that point I'm like, maybe because I just love having fun. I love listening to music. That's why all this is reflecting here. So nilikuwa zile za okay, nimeingia, nilikuwa nataka historia kwa news anchor, kufanya nini. But in the way, yani kwa journey, I was like, okay, I need all this. Yeah, hii credibility yote na hii knowledge yote na I need. But at the end of the day, venye nilikuwa namaliza, nilikuwa like, okay, mi sitaki ati nisimame kwa mbele ya teleprompter nasoma ati news, sijui nini, no. And then after I learned, like, aside from all that, there's a lot in this space, like, to be learned and to be explored.
Yeah.
It's like, and said ya entertainment, kuna vitu mob wase hawa tap into.
Kama gani?
Bro, like, nilikuwa nafikiria, like, the creative process. Because there's a gap. Kuna kuanga na gap. Wase wasipojua venye creative process ya wasanii na kuanga. I think that's also a part of what's making people not acknowledge. Because mse ajui ili ngoma imekiwe, kuna producer, kuna time.
Yeah.
Mse alitafuta maybe do ili get hii studio time, hii place.
Mixing and mastering, artwork.
Unajua ili take
DSPs.
Ili take energy yako, like, for you to even go to the studio, kuandika. Unaget? So at least wase wamelearn through social media, you can involve guys through the creative process, like connect with your audience, have guys understand, like, this is how we do this thing. Because at the end of the day, everyone will feel entitled. Maybe nimejam, nimechoka, nadai ku unwind. Nengia wapi? YouTube. Nengia wapi? Entertainment. Beat movies, beat vines,
that's
beat
so true.
nini. No. Because that's what keeps you sane, like, inaku keep away from
my stress alive.
Exactly. But wase bado haoni ati mwenye ameduyo kitu ili sasa wewe ufeel fit ama uko umechill ati kuna kitu amego through. No.
Hata anajaribu ku escape. Hata mse anaandika ama ana escape.
So like hapo ndio story ya BTS, ndio story ya, you know, vitu ndio zikaanza ku fill in that gap. And I feel like with that imesaidia wase ku acknowledge all these acts.
Because I feel like art is an expression, whether you're painting, whether you're making music. Hata producer akanaweza kuwa na bad day and produce kitu.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know.
So for me, one of the craziest things was, not only did you just put out a song, we went like full throttle. Like I always see you studio Le Mario, tukibongo na niambia story. Nashanga udem. Uko serious. So I guess Saisa is what you put out the first time in December.
Yeah, Saisa.
And then now the reception was insane. Where do you go from there?
From there, okay, after Saisa, the next week kuna ngoma nilienda nikarecord. Hata sija drop yo ngoma, but it's still like iko hapo inakam
inaiva
projects. Yeah, it's still there, like iko hapo. So it's like, oh my god, nimerecord ingoma na ni ya pili after Saisa. So it's like the first time wase wali come through, I was like, just by even just telling guys come through for my gig, alafu nile niko at the back of my head, I'm like, Saisa, you're crazy. Like,
but you know it's okay to be crazy.
Yeah. I'm like, bro, ini single unafanya launch, a whole launch. No jai dongoma. Like unajua, I was like, you know what, I'll do it. Ikakam wase wakatokea. I was like, you know what, I'm doing it. I'm doing this thing.
Okay.
And then anniversary ya 1 year ya Icon, nika
big up Icon Radio.
Yeah, big up to Icon Radio manze. Wakaniambia kama perform. After hapo venye nimeperform, like do you know I got like 10 new subscribers. Like msana ananiambia ati page yako namuonyesha tu, ananiambia wewe ni mnoma. Like everyone is like you're going places. Ukiendelea nini. I'm like, you know what, 2023.
So wewe umeenda shule, umefanya kila kitu, sasa umeamua utafanya ngoma. Wazazi wanasemaje? Junajua Kairetu. Sasa umeamua ni muziki.
Oh my god, umesema Kairetu na niko na ngoma inaitwa Kairetu.
Coming soon.
Yeah, coming soon, man. So, big shout out to my folks, manze. Wow.
Walielewa ama walisema ude?
Tolerate na mimi. Mimi nikakwambia by that time nilikuwa na work na ADF. Hadi kina buti, kina Musauke, like I love these guys. Like say wanajua. Bro, mimi nilikuwa nifukuze home.
Juu ya nini kubash ama nini?
Mimi nimededi na hii kitu. Nimededi na hii kitu na ndio like na feel ndio time tuna push sasa buti. Sasa ile serious. And I'm like, you know what? I can't back out right now. Like nime put in a lot.
Yeah.
So
you know, one of the big things that helped Boutros, and he's never been shy about it, is the team. It was about a team. It was not even a team, it was a family. Like you guys like literally day in, day out. And like look at the fruits. Look at the fruits, because nobody can ever say shit. Boutros is in a place where he's solidified in the game, and he's fought for that place. It wasn't that he shika kijana bro, he fought for that place.
Did. Megan tell you, like nikikwambia nilikuwa naambia mzee wangu aliniambia unajua nini? Step. And I'm like, walai, sawa. Your time nakumbuka. Hey bro, I can tell you, like, your time nakumbuka. This is one day I was like in bad terms with my folks. Tulikuwa tumeenda show coast, and then saa nika overstay. Tumerudi, then my folks nilikuwa na shoot project yangu fulani vibes na Saisa, and then saa kinabutia kakam. Your time tena kamna anapata nime break down. I was like crying, anauliza nini, nimwambia because my dad was like nakukujia sasa. I'm like unanikujia na nimekwambia usinikujie. Bro, my mom calls me. Ananiambia babako ananiambia anakupigia ushike simu. I'm like mimi nimechoka. I switch off my phone. Na hiyo time niko zile za tulikuwa Ngong Road kwa boys wetu fulani anaitwa kama. So tukolek tunabonga kama ananiambia haya aina noma wewe ni mtu mzima. No, that time you know everyone is just like hi, everyone is telling we chill, but you didn't kasema, you know what, it's okay. Like isn't your one of the packs zinakam na hii kitu yote.
Yeah.
You know, because at the end of the day I'm like I also have to build my own thing.
That's very important.
You know, it's also very important because like my folks wako hapa kwa sababu wali do their thing, and they're there because of that.
And if anything, the reason they're scared is because they're like, how will you support yourself? They're like, because they're like, okay, folks are not hard, like they're not bad people. It's just like, okay, we want you to go to school so you can get a job so you can provide for yourself. But then if you can provide for yourself, no one needs school. Like education is like, okay, gateway to get a job so you can provide for yourself. But parents are not, they're just worried about taking care of you for the rest of your life.
So that day my dad came all the way.
Adiuko, and alijua mko wapi? Alijua aje?
But alikuwa just close. You just know I just switch off my phone. Yode utaka niambia usijali juu kama aliniambia mimi utakaa huku kwangu. But was like, you know, utakuja usijali, utakam home, like utakuja tukae na wewe. You know, like those are the moments like nakumbukanga. I'm like sai niko at a place naweza sema I'm so happy nikiona this nigga kwenye ako, because bro, like we really did.
Your Bruty stays booked and busy, as in shows as ishi. And
I'm glad, like some of the things that have also shaped me, because vitu zimeni naweza sema zimeni propel pia kwa hii music career yenye ndio naanza ni vitu nimelearn pia kutoka kwake.
Okay.
Cuz the discipline this guy.
A lot of people don't know like that guy's a studio rat. He stays working. Booty's where he is because of working. You know, people think talent. Bro, there's songs I've heard of Booty's that even nameless niggas are impressed. Like the nigga works so hard.
Let me tell you, like Umse alikuwa tuko on the road. Sio ndio nilikuwa nafanya hadi na kusana na my parents cuz naambia manzi leo sitaweza kukam. Tumetoka tumeshinda studio, kesho tunarokea siji nini shoot. Kidogo siji tuko na video shoot zingine. Like it was crazy, you know. So getting to like make them understand and all that was the hardest part. But walikuwa patient na mimi. I'm going to tell you, like, there's so many times yani I've fucked up. Like, sitakudanganya. Nime mess up maramo, but I say nilirealize bado wako na mimi ata despite the fact. So I'm going to shout out my folks.
That's amazing.
Because my mama tako zileza, may support you. Fanya kenyuna.
Where did the name Saisa come from?
Saisa is a short form for my Kikuyu name. Inaitwa Wamaitha.
Okay.
So Wamaitha ni Wamasa.
So ulijipatia ama ulipatiwa?
Nilipatiwa. Plus
Okay.
Ukienda utafute Wamaitha kwa when you just Google it, it says like Masai girl. Nini, it's a Kikuyu girl from Masai land.
Okay. That's the meaning of Wamaitha. Okay.
Yeah. So hata ukisikia Masai utasikia most people wanasema Saisa. When in Masai, because
that's what it means. Yeah, the translation.
Yeah, so Wamaitha ni Saisa. Like,
Maitha, unajua ile ngoma ya Buti na Dopa Idha, niko Idha.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
So that's where Saisa came from.
And now when you choose to make music, you choose to check that name, but then you add the other part.
No, I'll just like I'm using now Saisa.
Just Saisa. So it's not Saisandabi, it's just Saisa.
Yeah, because now Saisandabi na filioni brand. Sasa totally like that's what like everyone knows me through my PR, marketing, my radio thing, and my whole, you know, love for the culture and everything.
Radio ulingiaje? Because mimi nakumbuka kufanya vibes na Saisa, nilikuwa nakwambia bu fanya hiki tu. Actually that's when I met you. Tella showed me your show and I was like, yo, this is so dope, can you do this again? I remember pushing you to do it again. Tukakupush ukakataa. But I'm glad it didn't work out because look at your journey is taking its own path. Like, so even when I saw you on radio I was like, wow, this is interesting. Hata Michelle kwa niuliza, kwani ukutafuta Saisa afanye radio? Mimi hata sikuwa najua Saisa atafanya radio. The same way I never saw you doing music, I never saw you doing radio. Yeah. Like you I feel like you have these manifestations and things in your head and then you don't say anything and then it's boom here, boom, like you just like to surprise us.
Yeah, it's actually like do more, say less. Like let the actions actually speak for themselves, for sure. Because yoni kitu pia nimelan as I've grown in this space, like don't be too obvious about your moves. Because si kila mse bedhe
anakutakia
like it's not. Mi naweza sema Kenyatta imenisaidia kupush through kwa space. Me I'm genuine. Like me I'm literally genuine. Like mi nikiinteract na mse, like nasemanga I'm genuine. Hata mse akikama afanye nikae fala. Ama aseme maybe nilikuwa fala, but as long as I was genuine about what we were doing, about what I was saying, or you know, like that's all that matters. Because najua hiyo genuineness yangu ndio imefanya nika make your impact yote.
Sana.
Unaona? So that's something like I'd never want to lose, and that's something like najua sita lose despite like the many, unajua kuna wase wengi utapatana nao bro watakumesa hapa watatry kunini, but just brush it off and then keep moving. Because I realized even as much as you have a plan, you decide to do this and this, kuna times utamess up, but you have to live with that and be okay, because you're gonna do those mistakes.
Actually, crazy enough, I watch your WhatsApp stories every day and you're always so positive. Like I've never seen you on some fuck this, you know, like we all have bad days. Like I've never seen you wilding out, I've never seen you negative, I've never like how do you balance? Because I'm even when you talk about like you were in school and doing this stuff, you're doing so much. I'm curious, like especially with like being positive, and it's sometimes hard to be positive. How do you remain so positive?
I feel
because that's a you thing. Like no one can take that.
It's actually a me thing. Because I realized if you're stuck up to one mess up that you've done, one bad thing that has happened to you, like you miss out on all the greatness you're experiencing. Like, you know, because among all these mess ups, among all these fuck ups, like kuna kuangana the great things, the small things. Unaona? So guys are so caught up in all this maybe big huge mistakes, some mess ups that come through. Unasahau bro, uko healthy.
That's so true.
Unasahau nimeona siku ingine poa. Like this is a chance for me to like keep moving, try again, you know. Iyo Sunday inani keeping so motivated. I'm like, every time I get a chance to like do it again, to try to prove myself, like I should just be grateful for that small thing. Because for me, it's actually the small things that I'm so grateful about. Hizo ndo vitu sasa zimenipush, zimenifanya nikakwa bedhe zimenipeleka hadi kwenye niko. Because kuna times bro nakuanga down, but I'm like, I'll just wake up be like, bless my day today.
So you're able to find even gratitude in like even the darkest times.
Yeah.
So you didn't answer my question about radio, but I have a bigger question. I'm curious. You've shown us you can do music. You've shown us you can do radio. And you don't want to tell us all your secrets, but like, I guess, what else would you like to do?
Okay, I feel like at this point
I feel like unaweza ongeza kwa repertoire.
Yeah, kuna vitu mob nimerealize whether I can be a jack of all trades. But let's come back to radio, how I got into that. Nilikuwa na project yangu Vibes na Saisa, right? So this is where I wanted to.
Ulikuwa na YouTube videos quality ingine hata ya tufiki bro.
Acha nikwambia nilikuwa
you really like the thing that impressed me about it was how dope the visuals were.
Visuals and everything.
Yeah.
I had like a whole. Now this is how I got into radio. I had a whole lineup, like a whole season. Nilikuwa nakaa 16 episodes. Bro. Tell me how. Okay, shout out to Intronics Media.
Shout out Intronics Media. Kina Dani.
Yeah. Kina Kre. Ase manze studio ikakuwa raided.
Na waliibiwa.
Wakaibiwa kila kitu.
Aki
including all like
fucked up.
Everything from my project. I was like, there's no way. Nimekuwa nikitafuta hizi interviews zote, nimeziline up now, napanga rollout. And then you tell me this is how things are gonna go down. Like it was so crazy.
Like you lost everything.
Nilipoteza kila kitu, sikuwa na anything, nilikuwa tu na tag video. Na ile interview moja yenye nilikuwa nimedrop na GTA. I was like, what?
So hata saa zingine wasema hard drive ime lakini imeenda. Kuna kurecover. Imeenda.
Go. Hey, how
do you even gather yourself to even start again at that point? And that makes sense now. You see, from our perspective, we're like, what happened? But we didn't know that you lost all of that because it doesn't make sense. It looked like ulianza ukaacha. The podcast inazanga wase wanaanza podcast wanaacha.
Let me tell you Njukia, like nilingia space ingine. Last year 2022 ikianza, bro, I was at my lowest. Nilikuwa zile za how can all this happen? All these resources, everything that I've worked for, yani imeenda tu hivyo. Then Nafsi.
Shout out to Nafsi.
Nafsi alikuwa anapanga mangoma Icon Radio. I was like, hey, bebe, kuna maslots. You can?
Cheza kama
so I'm
wewe.
like, instead of crying over spilled milk, you know what, let me just start all over again. But now, maybe not start all over from this side. Maybe now this radio thing can work out. And they can now grow this Vibes na Saisa thing to be something. So nikengia, nikambiwa, right now we don't have slots for like new shows. But now, what you can do, you can come in for digital marketing, nini. So, because I'm good with PR, social media and all that. So I started doing that. I did it for like 3 months. It was actually pro bono. Then after a while, I was like, you guys, I'm not going to do this thing anymore. If it's for free, I need my show or I just get going. So they decide to give me a show. Your time kuna show Mbugi Genjo alikuwa anadu, ilikuwa inaitwa sijui Run It Up.
Okay.
So nilikuwa nimeanza kudo a couple of episodes na wow. And then all of a sudden, I was like, this is not me. Like you guys, I need. So
ulikuwa kama co-host ama ulikuwa wewe na wao?
Mimi na wao.
Sasa smart eating.
Yeah, smart eating niko na militant hapo. Niko na
show hapo unafanya show.
Tunafanya
Genje.
show pamoja.
Okay.
So I was like, but this is not me. Like, why, no. I was like, you know what? let me do my own thing. So ndio time tukambiana na Nafsi ama we do a show together. And hivyo sasa tukamwa the hookup
254. And how is it for you now, cuz everybody knows you as Saisa, and then you're saying niaje kuja interview interviews zako unapata interviews zingine kali. So how are you like now approaching interviews, approaching your show? I guess like with Nafsi, I guess what was the setup? How are you now trying to build the show?
So how we were trying to build the show, I was like, Nafsi has been in the game for such a while.
Yeah.
And I really need to be in touch with what has been going on before and now to like make it continue. And since I'm like in the new school space, I know what's going on. We can merge all that. Because sasa alikuwa nani put on to other guys I don't know. Najua, this is what was going on and this is what is happening. Okay, sawa. There's something that's happening here.
Yeah.
So nikona there's like mad chemistry between the two of us. So nikasema, okay, tukapitch, kina Mero akasema, sawa, Icondrado akasema, let's go, let's do this. So from then on,
the rest is history.
Yeah, the rest like in a workout tunapata.
And you're doing an amazing job. I actually tune into your show sometimes. I've never listened to Icondrado except for your show, but I've actually tuned into your show several times because I'm always like, wow, okay, because it's dope to see you in this new light, and it's like it's a different side of you, but you also do a really good job.
Man, and I feel like the whole point of being like genuine, things are gonna come to you. Because at an interview, katimejua kali, bro, ilijileta. Nilikuwa na Kenrezi just the other day.
Yeah.
Kenrezi yeye mwenyewe ndo alinicall, aliniambia nilikuwa na after me interview jua kali, nikasema lazima nikuite. Nikuwe, yani nikuwe na interview na wewe. You get? So it's like, oh my God. Like the number of requests, I'm like, ni vile sawa sengine unani approach na single moja, bro, like.
Wewe unaweza understand mtu akiwa na single moja.
Naelewa, but bro, tunakam kupushia ngoma moja alafu tuchape story. Unajua kama huna anything interesting past that, like it's gonna take some time because tena pia nakuwa careful. I don't wanna like support mediocre. You know, I wanna be like, I'm genuine about this. Like if someone is good, I wanna push that.
Yeah.
I wanna like put on guys to like this is some good shit that doesn't get the chance to like get to the mainstream, and it really needs like you guys to like tap into.
2 questions. Who's been your best interview so far, and then who's your dream interview?
Oh my God, my best interview so far. I'd say
I think you killed the pseudo interview.
Let me tell you.
You killed that pseudo interview. Pseudo dos.
I know because he's laughing, but let me tell you, one of my best like rappers ama artists wenye nasikizanga. Yani kila siku haitaisha before nisikize project yake ama nimesikiza. Sick. Cause no one has done that shit in a minute. What Pseudo delivered?
Yeah.
Bro.
But you see, people don't listen to albums, so they don't know.
So like.
But I love the fact that Rongrende is deciding, and you know the things, what they've learned is, and what you see with their music a lot of times is, ngoma itakuwa hit after 1 year. Jua sewa take long ku catch on. Unajua hata kuna ngoma fulani imecheza leo Lele ilitoka sijui April. Mimi naijua it's ndio unajua so it's like even I feel like even with what Pseudo did, he put out the project, people will eventually catch on. Like you have to give it time.
In my honest opinion, hata kama sister na ku catch up hiyo lazima ikue, but at the end of the day Pseudo pia lazima make sure wase like wajue ikitu iko out here.
Yeah.
I'm doing this thing because I feel like maybe I may get comfortable because sasa iko under Rongrende, like it's gonna move, but I'm imagining wase wakajua kuna mseka Pseudo.
Imagine.
Ebu niambie.
I love if you listen, the content, the knowledge, it's like real life experience that people are going through right now.
Bro.
Yeah.
Like it's basically kitu inakuhapenia leo, and that's like what people are missing out on, because I say what I support maybe mediocre, like si katai hizi vitu zote historia kupiga sherehe sawa, but at the end of the day utahepa reality for how long?
Jua sana sana napenda sherehe. But you know how long are we gonna keep sherehe?
For how long? Like a few hours, and then you're back to reality again. Like I'd rather like siaskize ngoma ina resonate ikwambia si we peke yako unapitia hii kitu. like kuna mseka msanii anapitia hii kitu na ako fiti na anaendelea kupush. And once you connect to the audience like that and you like I'd say maybe get vulnerable and just be, you know, on the same level, like be humane to interact, like onyesha mse bro mi hata mimi na go through it too.
And I feel like a lot of people don't do that. Nizile stories are da. But your dream interview?
My dream interview, oh my god, I'd say nimetakanga ku interview. Kuna wasi wengi sana nataka.
Usiogope kusahau mse. Ina happeningi. Ina happeningi kusahau mse, by the way.
But for real, like on the real, I'd want to have like a one-on-one, like a real like convo with this guy is called Wakadinali.
Okay. Hiyo ni ngumu.
See, let me tell you.
Hiyo ni ngumu. Hiyo ni ngumu.
No, let me tell you why. Because manze nimechuki growth ya wase. Nimechukia wase hadi point enye wako sahi. And na feeling vile wase huwa misunderstand vi crazy. Like, but these guys don't realize, like, wase wenye maybe awile, they're onto something.
Can I tell you something crazy? You know who fucked up for all of us? These guys who used to interview Wakadinali beginning. We watch those interviews, you're like, these are so stupid questions. What the fuck are you asking these niggas? Haujachapa research, hujali, hujafikiria. Mse next time amefika na nitoa. But atangoja kidogo. But like, you know, like the old interviews, like I've watched Switch TV, bro, the interviews are so stupid. Bro, as in Nashanga, do you even care? Like, do you even care? Like, because just, like, if you gave like the right people the chance, like in Adovelli, the guys who are really in this hip hop shit, you would understand. But now you see, like, I get it, because we need those interviews and we need to speak to them, but then hata wao sidhani wana yo
ndio maana hata watakuwa zile za ndio hata ati interview tulipe tukuje.
Kuna interview fulani nimechekia Calligraph alikuwa anajibu tu dem kiola maswali za ujinga, and people where we sit ask, they don't appreciate the culture, and like you see people who are appreciating the culture, we're not getting that chance to
chance. Like tumeharibiwa hiyo chance
na wase mbwakni sana.
Exactly, because msa akienda na anakuuliza ati so ati how's your music journey babe.
Kama ujui journey toka hapa.
Mse alisoma EPK yako haja ameona ati so I had ile project yako fly. I'm like, bro, Buddha, mbona unadu hivyo? Don't do that. And I think that's like wase wako kwa hizo positions ndio wana fail.
I feel you 100% on that one.
And I'd say like mainstream, like there's so much BS that goes on. There's so much mediocre that people like allow.
Bro, I hate those 5-minute interviews. Tell us about your song. Afuna dip. Me, I'll always overgo my interview. Like I always overgo an hour, 2 hours, because I want to know your story. Like I want like when your kids look back at this shit, they're like, wow, this was what Saisa was like. This is what mom was like. This is her story. So Zileza, Saisa, tell us about your song. Okay, and the feature, and then go home. Bro, that's how we say. Why did you come here? Like you could have sent me an email, I can read.
Guys actually want to talk about the story. Guys want to actually like tell you this is what went down for me to get myself at
exactly. Don't ask me ati boom, here's my new song, here's my video, go home. Like
so ati how did that? I'm like, Buddha, you don't do that. But again, naelewa. But now appreciate, like I'm really appreciating the fact that like ata sisi wase online, like our own independent, like, you know, movements and platforms that we're creating. And big shout out to you guys as well, Radio 254. Like you're doing amazing.
Thank you.
Open mic, like wase wengi wanatafutanga hizi platforms, because apart from neza sema say wase hadi wameanza kwa custom, hata venye wase wanasema wa nominate the best maybe Africa best upcoming acts ama artists, unajua like that's a step forward. Hata kama pia kuna it's a bit shaky, but still at least you're getting somewhere.
So I want to say two things that are very important to me, and it's the reason I called you. I called you for two things. I called you because I'm very proud of you. I'm extremely proud of you, like immensely proud of you. Like I don't know, like to be very honest, I didn't rate you. Like I didn't rate you in the sense of I didn't see all of the potential that you had in you. Like I can tell you ulikuwa umekalia talent vibaya. Yani as in it didn't make sense. Like when I saw your music, I'm like, what? And then guys are bumping it. I'm like, what? And then I see you on like I'm so proud of you because from when I met you in 2021 to 2023 now, you've grown leaps and bounds. Like I'm so proud of you. Like I see Tala saying she's proud of you. Me, I'm saying fuck that shit. I'm so fucking proud of you. You've done an incredible job.
Thank you so much.
And I'm seeing all the things that are coming, and I'm excited for you. And that's what I want to talk about. I'm like, you're cooking so much, Saisa. Like I see you. Like I'm even like. Nagoja uchange number utusahau utuache kwa dust na ukienda holiday utusalimiange tu unaweza tuma madollars atutamind but like you're going so far and I'm very proud of you. Like if I said nothing else today, like I see the moves you're making and I'm very proud of you and I'm excited for what you're going to do. Like I have side conversations with you sometimes and you're always putting me on. I'm learning from you and you're always showing love, not just to me or to everybody else but to the culture. Like you're always showing love. You're always showing love and I hope you get that. Like today, Diana Codes was like excited about your interview. I'm like, female MCs are hype about you. I'm like, this is dope. Like, you know, like it's what I want to see.
Crazy.
It's what I want to see. Like that's not what I'm used to, but I'm happy for you.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I'm trying to bring like this whole culture of wasana fakwelewa. The cake is big. And
so lazima to beef. So like, who's the best? Yeah.
Like everyone can eat. This piece, like everyone can have a pace. Like haifai kukaa chini competition bro. Like neza kuvuta na hiyo ndio kitu inaweza tusaidia hata sisi is like the Kenyan music industry kufika level ingine once we pull each other. Like isikwe ni wivu ati sikupati connect za kitu fulani kwa sababu na feel utakuwa a step ahead of me ama kitu kaa hiyo. So yeah, in other words, I have an album.
Oh, we're sorry.
Yeah, I have an album coming through. Maybe this last quarter of the year.
Okay. This year?
Yeah, this year.
Like this year?
Yeah, man.
Mwaka imeisha. Unajua mwaka imeisha walai.
Yeah, so yeah, expect. I'm working on an album. Like, it's like, I'd say like 65%, 70% done.
Okay. Can I tell everybody the features?
Yeah.
I know. no, but so it's how many songs?
It's gonna have 9, 10. But 9 is my lucky number, but
okay.
9, 10.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
So my only silly question I'm gonna ask you today: are you dating?
No, I'm not dating.
How are you single?
I'm single.
You're a good cat. Someone should snag you up.
Yeah, but
why are you single?
Why am I single?
Yeah,
bro. Hey,
I want time. I'm only chapa character development.
Neza sema kwanza, that's one of them. Like that's number one. That's number one. But I feel like right now, I feel this is the time to like actually work on me. Because for the longest time, nime put in my effort to so many people who make sure wasi wengine wame grow, make sure wasi wengine wame move. But now I'm like, since like everyone that I've worked with, like things have moved for them. Now it's my time to actually do me.
Yeah.
Now, you know. Now it's actually ile time and but sasa actually build sasa.
It's my me season.
It's yeah.
Okay.
But ika happen kwa njia unajua hizi vitu like
upangangi
ukipanga sana sasa ndo bro kinakuramba
inakucheza.
But yeah.
Okay. I guess I'm excited for what's coming. I know when I saw you like Smoke and Pain, nakwambia we ongeza mangoma ni interview.
Yeah,
but now you're the one who's becoming big over here. So when you have time, let's redo this again. Let's sit down properly.
Yes,
there's so much we can still talk about.
Yeah.
But I won't be an asshole. I'm gonna let this guy come in and do a show. Veno is my fucking station, nigga. But he needs to do a show. But let's do this again.
Yes,
please.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. Like sasa next time I promise I'll be early.
Unakuwa celebrity, tutazoea tu.
But I'll be early. Thank you so much, Manze Njokia.
You're most welcome.
Like for the times we've linked up, like we've worked.
And I owe you one. I'm putting this on record. The day you call me, as in I'm fucked. I owe you one on like if my kids have to deliver. I owe you one forever.
Yeah, man. So people should, but then he actually owes me one. But thank you so much, Njokia Manze. Like umeni push hata bila wewe kujua. Like you've maybe opened up my mind a couple of times. The few times tumeongea, you've even challenged me. And even for you to actually call me back and be like, you know what, hata singoje udrop hii project.
I mean, no, move.
true.
Like
Like,
Biko
bro.
used to say, I can see you moving. And you can, like, me, I'm seeing where you're going. And then I see the moves and I see... and the way these guys are moving, like these days, it's brands, Nini, whoa, Shaenda. So more life and more blessings to you.
Thank you so much.
Sour. Guys, I have overextended, but we had to do this. Really been looking forward to this interview. So we're going to do this again another time. Please look forward to the album. Ikona jina?
Bado.
For sure.
Yeah, Bado, but
Okay.
yeah, it's coming.
Before or after Wangeshi?
After. It's
Okay.
actually after.
Okay, sawa.
Yeah, and big shout out to Manze to
Bigger
Vibe
Wangeshi.
Lab.
Yeah, and Vibe Lab. And Biko.
And big, yeah, but that's Vibe Lab.
Sawa.
Manze, shukran sana.
All right, bless. All right, guys. Stay tuned. Midnight Rendezvous coming through from 10:15 to midnight. Good night.